This was an incredible event.
And I highly recommend Roofer.
Everybody to this edition of the Speaker Spotlight today, or this hour. I've been live 3 times today, so this time we're going to be speaking with James Bondoc. He's the CEO of Bondoc Roofing and in Texas. And James, so grateful to have you today on the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about Bondoc Roofing.
Well, shoot, TJ, thanks for having me first and foremost. But yeah, born and raised San Antonio, Texas. We've been roofing in this market for the past 10 years. To be exact, I think 13 years to be exact. So residential roofing, repairs, replacements. So yeah, we've been having fun with that. It's one of those where I started, growing up with the family, with my dad. Did it in college. College didn't really work out for me, so I came back home, unfortunately. But I said, hey, you know what? All I know is roofing. Let's give it a shot. So small repairs turn into big repairs turn into replacements, and then the rest is history.
Man, 13 years, that's a long time for a roofer. That's already a career for most people in this industry. so congratulations on you on making it that long.
Sure.
Tell us, give us a piece of advice to make it last that long like you have.
Shoot, a piece of advice. Where do I start and how much time do I have?
Well, let's see, 25 minutes or so.
Yeah. So there's no like silver bullet, but if I were to say something, obviously, man, you got to hire the right people.
Yeah.
The right people. That's where it starts. The right people, having them in the right seats. And then from there, that's where you build your foundation. And then from there you go up, but it's all in the people.
Yeah. Do you have your own crews, or do you subcontract them?
We use subcontractors, subcontractors for repairs, subcontractors for replacements, but the support team, sales guys, project managers, we're all in-house. We're all W-2.
Nice, man. That's great to hear. Yeah, you don't usually hear that in a storm market like San Antonio. I mean, you guys have been a storm market. I was just talking with Eric Villarreal. The Austin storm just happened, and San Antonio had one earlier this year, and you guys got plenty of work, it sounds like. What's something that you like to do outside of doing some roofing work?
Good question. Spend time with my family first and foremost. I got my wife at home, got 2 boys, and then we actually have a little girl on the way. So she's going to be coming in end of December. So we're excited for that. So I keep my plate full at work, and I keep my plate full at home. But me personally, outside of those 2, I like to fish. I like to go to Rockport, Corpus Christi area, and do a lot of saltwater fishing. That's like my way out.
Going to get those big boys, huh?
So, for sure. Reds and trout and all of the above.
Yeah, man. I love fishing as well, but I love to eat it more. But congratulations on getting ready to have a daughter. I have one that just turned, she's almost 19 months now. And as my first girl too. And I tell you what, girls are different to boys. I love her a little bit differently than I love my boys, that's for sure. But she's definitely a princessa. But you know what? Who's somebody that you look up to?
Who's somebody that I look up to? I would say my twin brother.
Yeah. Oh, you have a twin.
I'm a twin. A lot of people don't know that. So I'm a twin. But again, back in the day, we were in college. Unfortunately, I didn't make it. I had to come back home. But he stayed in college. He majored in civil engineering. Yeah. He went to traditional route, went corporate. Got the good job, got good grades, good job, 401k. He worked his way up the ladder. And he was there for 10 years. And I just admire him and everything that he does with him and his family. He doesn't work there anymore, but he went out on his own to do real estate. So to see him, drop what he's doing, go a non-traditional route, start his own business in real estate and start from zero, and what he's built in the past couple of years, it's very motivating. Like, oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, no doubt, man. But you've also been successful being a roofer too. The corporate route's not always the way.
Exactly. So yeah, if you know me, I'm anti-college for everybody listening. I'm anti-college. Yeah, you need to go in the trades. Don't spend your money on college and tuition and books and professors. Like, no, screw all that. Don't come back home with loans. Go to the trades.
Yeah.
Learn how to work with your hands, learn how to work with a skill set that you can actually take to market and make a good living for it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And you can definitely make an honest living in this
Yeah,
this world.
you can.
Tell us a little bit about how you grow Bondoc with your marketing strategies.
Again, it's no silver bullet, but I feel like we do all the basics, and we do all the basics really well. You know what I mean? We put our yard signs, we put stickers at the end of every job, whether it's a repair or replacement, and those stickers stay there for a very, very long time. So whether the homeowner sells in 5 years or 10 years, that sticker is always there. So the next family that comes in line, they see that sticker and they know who to call should something happen. But we do a lot of social media, Facebook, Instagram. We do a lot of letters, pay-per-click, Google. I mean, we do all of the above, but we do it very aggressively, and we do it consistently over a 10-year period of time. And that's where I feel like our success comes from, because we're just relentless when it comes to all the little things that burn people out. We just grind.
For free inspection, call me. That same thing that we see on social media quite a bit.
Yeah.
Are you guys finding it? Is this year been better than most years, or is you finding it hard to make some sales?
Okay, so going back to last year, we had a rough year. I mean, it was dry in San Antonio, nothing was happening. I mean, it almost felt like a switch turned off to where no one was buying. I mean, we were selling a lot of $200 repairs just to kind of, keep the cash flow coming in, but it was a crappy year, unfortunately.
Same.
But yeah, exactly. But we actually learned a lot. We saw a lot, and it actually put us to the test. We went from having over 20 employees at the beginning of the year, and we cut our team in half by December. So we saw a lot. We tried a lot of things here and there. Some worked, some didn't. So starting out this year, I mean, we were ready. I mean, I feel like last year we got beat up so much, where this year we actually knocked it out of the park. So we're having a record-breaking year for top line revenue, and also for net. We're always looking at our net, obviously to have good margins, double-digit margins. And it's been freaking awesome, a freaking killer year. And then that storm in Austin happening in September. Wow,
Christmas present.
Exactly. Like, oh shoot, we'll take it. So yeah, I got some guys up there. We typically don't storm chase, but I mean, in September, an hour and a half away, shoot, we're like, let's go have some fun.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I live in Denver. We were talking about that before I got started here, and we were dry for 3 years, and it became almost a retail market until we had 7 hailstorms this year.
Shoot.
So there's so much hail here in Colorado for the next 2 years. We call it a 2-year storm. But shout out to you guys for making it through the storm itself. Of not having any hail. I know San Antonio sometimes gets missed, and all the other Dallas, Austin, Houston, everywhere else where it hails big. But no, good job on that. How are you having your team stay motivated? Typically around this time of the year, I used to tell people it's October the 15th. I'm not doing any more sales, right? How are you keeping your team motivated to keep going?
Well, again, it goes back to the people. When we bring on new talent, new people, I mean, we're looking for people that have a happy demeanor, that are happy people at work, happy people at home, and that are just overall just highly motivated. You know what I mean? That we don't have anchors on our team. If we do, we just shake hands and part ways. But for the most part, we have a team that just likes to show up to work. We have a good time, we have fun, and then also too, we have metrics within our company, whether it's KPIs, revenue goals, lead count. Like, we all have metrics throughout the year, so it's just not, hey, it's the off season, let's shut it down. No, heck no, we grind all the way to Christmas.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, no, I know you guys are still in a little bit warmer climate, but that's great to hear. How do you guys educate your team? Anything special that you do for them, or do you just do on the job training?
A little bit of both. I mean, we're part of a couple of masterminds. And I feel like that's very helpful for us, because it's one of those where I'm eyeballing roofing companies that are twice the size as me, 3 times the size as me, and I'm seeing what's working for them. So like, okay, so when I visit them, I steal some of their stuff and I bring it back home. Like, okay, these are the problems that we have. Here's the solution. Or hey, we might be experiencing this in 6 months. Let's start working on it now. So we do a lot of that, and then also too, again, back to the whole people aspect. Our company, we have a lot of people that are solution based minded. So we have a solution, we'll come to the table, whether it's the sales department or the production department or the managers as a whole. We always come to the table and troubleshoot the problem. Okay, how can we do better? why did this happen? Who's that fault? You know what I mean?
Right.
Not that they're in trouble, but okay, how do we make sure that doesn't happen again? And then just training, writing the SOPs, keeping them stored in a safe place. So if we ever replace that person or we bring on a new person, we can onboard them, in a matter of weeks.
Nice, man. Yeah, that's great to hear. Document, right?
You have to. That's the only way to go. Yeah.
No doubt. How has technology affected your roofing business over the past 13 years?
Shoot. I mean, it's impacted us in a good way.
Yeah.
Again, it's one of those where you're either gonna adapt or die.
Yeah.
So we feel like, using drones, using the latest and greatest apps to help us do more with less. I mean, it's impacted us in a good way, and we like it. And then again, it's either you're gonna adapt or you're not. So
Right, adapt or die.
pick your poison.
Yeah, right. I work in technology. No, you do that, but you know what? We were talking with Eric Villarreal just in the last segment that I just did, and being able to handwrite sales proposals over the years, and now using digital or measurements that pull right into proposals versus 5 years ago where I was struggling to write a materials list, for a job because every shingle manufacturer was different as to what you needed. But it's so great with templates and CRMs and other, company cam and
Yeah, those are the good old days. I remember when we used to hand measure. We used to get up on the roof. iPads never existed. Drones didn't exist. I mean, those were the good old days. We used to, hammer with a hammer. Now we got nail guns. So the industry has definitely changed.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Let me ask you this: what's next for your company? What do you guys see happening over the next year and the next couple of years?
Shoot, well, we're pushing for growth. That's not a secret. I always feel like we're trying to do more with less. A little bit less people, but lean on technology and cover more ground. I feel like San Antonio and surrounding, that's our home turf. But we're looking to expand just a little bit more. And with this hailstorm going to Austin, now we're kind of extending our horizon. So I would say just covering more territory with a bigger team, a better management team, a bigger management team. Just looking to pack a punch in our brand.
Well, man, this this has been a great talk today. I'm wondering if you could give us a piece of advice that maybe you can give to somebody who's out there struggling in the roofing industry, and also somebody who might want to own a roofing business.
I would say so many things I can touch on, but this is not the most popular advice, but I would go after repairs. Repairs. And again, that was my formula, 10, 15 years ago, starting out, just kind of doing, 1 repair a week and then 2 repairs a week. And before you know it, today we're doing like 50 to 60 repairs a month.
Wow.
So I would highly recommend repairs because it's a small ticket item. Homeowners are willing to spend a couple $100 and 10, 15, 20 grand. And then from there, you just spread your word, your brand. And that's where you get your teeth cut to know how to talk to customers, bid, and before you know it, your repairs turn into bigger repairs, and your big repairs turn into replacements. So it is a slow build, but unless you got investors, unless you got deep pockets to like start dishing out for company trucks and branding and website and billboards, I mean, just start with the basic fundamentals, and you go from there.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Well, thank you so much for being here today. Don't go anywhere just yet. But James Bondoc, the CEO of Bondoc Roofing, will be one of our speakers in San Antonio coming up in a few weeks. And if you want to see him live, as well as Eric Villarreal, Gennaro Montalago, you'll have Benjamin Tiger there, Elizabeth Calzadilla, myself, Pete McKendrick, and then our keynote speaker, Bob Marsh, who everybody's been just absolutely in love with. He's a great speaker. It's a fun event. Starts at 11 o'clock in the morning, goes till about 5. It's only 6 hours long, but we pack a whole lot of information in there. You could go right there at the bottom of the screen. It says, get your tickets now at roofer.com/rise. Roofer, ROOFR.com/rise. And we'll look forward to seeing everybody there. James, anything before we cut out today?
No. If you see me at the conference, pull me aside. Let's talk shop, switch numbers, and let's hang out. I'm always looking to meet new people and talk about roofing.
Awesome, man. Well, yeah, no doubt. Hold on 1 second for me. All right.
This was an incredible event.
And I highly recommend Roofer.